Hey everyone, how's you doing? It is time for episode number 299 of What Does This Button Do? And it's a little bit different. We're live from our residential cruise ship, the Villa V Odyssey, and
we're still going to do our normal thing. We're going to teach you something about technology. In this case, Google Photos, our specialty. But we always teach something that we're doing right now. And what we're doing right now is taking a lot of pictures of our new life living on board a cruise ship. We're going to show you our pictures and teach you how we do it.
okay.
Google Photos albums, and there's some secrets that I'll bet you don't know.
I gotta figure this one out. Let's move this stuff around a little bit. Okay, it's an educational show about smartphones and technology with us geeks on tour. Wow. We're on a ship dependent on Starlink up there for internet. So if it cuts out while we're live, be patient for a bit. It may come back. Probably will. We'll be recording the whole thing, and the full show will be available later. It might be on a different link. We may also be interrupted by the captain's message over the loudspeaker, so I'll worry about that later. So that should be fun.
A couple times this week when we have done live online things, Zoom meetings, the internet has cut out, but it's come right back. So that's been our experience so far.
Okay. Quick tip first thing. Chris?
Yep. Sharing we're talking about photo albums today, and the cool thing about using Google Photos photo albums is how you can share them with anybody, all your friends. And the best way to do that is with a link, and here's a quick little video. Hi, this is Chris Gould with Geeks on Tour, and this quick video is about how to share an album. Then open the album you want to share and click the share button. This is on a web browser, either Mac or Windows. Then create link and copy. Now you can paste that link wherever you want, in a Facebook post or in an email. So you would just right-click in your email or Facebook post or whatever and paste. And when people receive that link, they can click on it and see your pictures. On an Android phone, it looks like this. I'm in Google Photos app. I find my albums. I open the album I want to use. I find share. And then get link. And link is copied. Now I can go somewhere else and paste that link. On an iPhone, Google Photos, find your album, open the album. Share is under the three-dot menu. Then you have to do share to and create link and copy. Now you can go somewhere else and paste. So for example, long press and paste. Sharing a link to an album is the most efficient way to let other people see your pictures.
Great.
Just a little comment on that. It's our videos have been created over the years. Things change. In that one, there's a couple tiny differences when you're on the phone that the screen might not look exactly the same. But pay attention to the steps. You need to share, get link, copy link, and then paste link. You might have to hunt a little bit for the actual options, but they're there.
Okay. All right. Hey everyone, I'm Jim, and here together with my wife Chris, we are Geeks on Tour. Do you think your smartphone is smarter than you? And do you have questions about your iPhone or your iPad or your Android or any of those devices? How do you learn?
Well, we are geeks, also known as propeller heads, thus the funny little hats. But we are geeks who teach. And we think the best way to learn is in bite-sized pieces on a regular basis. That's why we have this show. We pick a topic, go into a little bit of depth. All of our content is collected on our website. What's our website?
geeksontour.com.
geeksontour.com. But right now, things are a bit different for us.
Yeah, because from now on, we'll be in a different place all the time. And where are we today?
We are back to being geeks on tour again. For the last 7 years, we've mostly been in our house in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. That house is in the realtor's hands now. We are on the cruise ship Villa V Odyssey, the residential cruise ship, and we are currently, where are we? We're leaving, apparently, Capos, Costa Rica. Why are we leaving?
Well, it's a little bit rolly here, and and the captain has determined that it's unsafe to do tendering operations. There is no wharf here. There is no pier where we can tie up in town, so we would have to be tendering in and out, and it's very calm. It looks beautiful out there, but there is a big swell, and anything over 4-foot swell, it can be. I understand the surfing here in Costa Rica is very, very good, and it's because of that swell out there.
But you don't want to surf with a cruise ship.
No, that would not be comfortable.
Now, if you're curious about this new lifestyle of ours, we've made a new page on our website just for cruising. geeksontour.com/cruising. We will revisit that in a minute here, so hold on.
Okay.
Now, things might be changing with our live show here. First of all, we're traveling around the world. We're in a different time zone. Second of all, there might be internet considerations. But for the time, we really like the 2 o'clock time spot. But we want it to be 2 o'clock our time.
We did that when we were in the RV.
Yeah.
We would do our show at 2 o'clock our time. And as we travel around, I think it'll work out for a lot of folks in other parts of the world to be able to view us at different times. So
we are going to be going all around the world.
In 3.5 years.
Yeah, so right now we're not that far from home. We're 2 hours difference. So we decided today to make it the same Eastern time, but no more.
Okay.
We also might need to change the day.
If there's something really cool going on, we might want to be off the ship, and it's not,
So make sure that you have signed up for our newsletter. That is how we communicate exactly what we're planning to do.
And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell. That way you'll get notified when we do go live, and you might be able to hop on and say hi. That'd be great.
We really like the live streaming. I think the main reason is it's a deadline. It gets us to do it. Whereas if you have to record videos, I might just put it off. And we get to talk with you while we're here. So we like live, but if it becomes too much of an issue, we might do more recorded.
We'll play it by ear. It's all new. But we do want to thank you. Our premium members make our work possible. Become a member at geeksontour.com/join now. Backstage Pass is what we do after these live shows. It's a Zoom meeting with our premium members. You guys support us. We want to support you. Chris sent out a link in an email earlier today, or you can go to geeksontour.com to the member login page and click on that icon there, that link there. That'd be great.
So it's a meeting just with our members, and we'll be answering whatever questions you have.
Okay.
All right, so our photo album. If you want to scan that code with your phone, that will take you straight to the photo album, but I want to show you how you can get there or anything else about our new lifestyle. 3 steps. Go to our website, geeksontour.com. On the home page, you'll see a button right there that says Our Cruising Life, that purplish button. And when you get to Our Cruising Life, you see a whole list of links, anything you want to know. So let me show you. We go to our website and geeksontour.com. There's the button, Our Cruising Life, right there. And you can do this on your phone as well. Our Cruising Life. And here are all the links of which I spoke. So where is the ship right now? Click this link. A map of our 3-year itinerary. Click that link. A spreadsheet of the full itinerary. Our photo album. Our Cruising Life blog. I've started to write a blog just about this. If you felt like renting a cabin for yourself, there's a link. And to see other people's blogs and YouTube channels. So let's go to the photo album. And here we go. Now this photo album starts with when we first learned about the Villa the Odyssey. And then we arranged to a week on board. It tells the story. So pictures and text. So these pictures are all from December, when we spent a week aboard to just see if we liked it or not.
Yeah, we loved it.
We did. We liked it. And
it's called Try Before You Buy. It works.
Yeah.
For us, and it did.
And here is a text block about exactly what we purchased and for how much, and a few more. But then it goes to, okay, now we're back home. We have to get rid of everything so we can sell the house, and we have to get packed. Then we did keep our little camper van, and we drove it up to where a friend can store it in the Gainesville area. From there, we flew. So here's a map that is added to the photo album, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And more pictures, and another map saying we flew to Cartagena, and that's where we got on board the ship. Now there's other ways you can see text in here. Notice these little bubbles in the corner. So those are comments. Other people are looking at this album. If I click on the picture and then click on comments, here we see the comments on that picture. Or if I go back and there were 5 comments on this one of me crashed out on the bed. I click the comments button, and here is everything that people said about this picture. It is a wonderful way of sharing your travels, I think. You can put comments, other people can put comments. You can have the text blocks and tell a whole story. You can also write on the photo, like this one that says Our Home. I love this picture that shows how our ship,
our ship,
right? It's our ship.
Well, we are owners.
We are owners of a tiny piece of the ship. Is so much smaller than your normal cruise ship. And this was so much fun. The text block tells you all about it. This couple, Ed and Deanna, have been Geeks on Tour subscribers, and he sent us an email saying, hey, our ship just pulled up next to your ship. So we were able to get together. Our first day in our new home, and we meet people that we know.
It was cool. Yeah, we got to. We had not met them before in real life.
Yeah.
So, hey, if you see us coming, come out and say hello.
Yeah. And then we left Cartagena. We went through the Panama, and the food here has been wonderful. I love it.
Oh boy, almost too good.
Yeah. And then we went through the Panama Canal. This is us swimming in the Panama Canal.
Yeah, mostly floating.
It's the pool on board, but the ship was going through the Panama Canal. And here's our little mascot, Penny the Pelican, in our window, showing in the Panama Canal.
Way cool.
All right. Do we have any comments from our live audience?
Oh, I'm sure we do. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to run through it real quick, if I can. What's our saltwater pool experience? Well, as we go through the waterways, we get water for the pool wherever we happen to be, and it's really pretty neat. So when we were in a freshwater lake going across the Isthmus of Panama, Lake Gatun, that's all fresh water. So the water in the pool was changing from salt water, where we filled the pools, to fresh water as we went through. But there's a lot of water, so it'll be diluted. It's not quite fresh.
We got in early on, and it tasted salty to me. So
okay. Do you pay a separate charge for Wi-Fi, or is it included with your suite? It is included. Starlink for this ship. One of the reasons that we decided that we could do this was because it had internet and we don't have to pay extra. We're paying for it. Judy, don't want to miss today's show. Well, we are in Central Time. No, we're a little bit further down, so and that's why we're changing things. That's going to be tough, and the scheduling that happens with the way I schedule things, it may or may not be the right time. That's why we say, but stay tuned. We'll figure it out. You should just be using, Chris puts up the starting time. We should be able to start there.
Yeah,
right?
Start in 1 hour.
Okay. Let's see. Laverne, she's been on a world cruise in the past, and yeah, we're looking forward to see what we do as well.
Yeah, we need to talk to you, Laverne, about geocaching as we travel around.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Some people are saying that it's a little bit the bandwidth is a little bit sketchy here. We're not seeing any problems on our side.
Okay, well, this is what we're doing. Waiting for the Sea Dweller. So I guess we had some people coming on early. It'll be 8 o'clock. Well, we'll see. Barbara, hardly wait. A beautiful day.
Good to see everybody.
It is good to see you all. Yeah. Am I going to get seasick watching? Probably not. We do not have a problem with Malvin.
We do not get seasick.
So far, it should be fine. Molly, the countries the ship visits. Well, that's a good question. As United States citizens and passport holders, most countries do not require visas. The ones that do, most of those have e-visas, so you can get them right away. It's not a problem, and only if you go ashore. So there are a couple of countries where we may need something extra. China comes to mind, but we'll have to wait and see.
And a lot of places make a special assessment for cruise ships because we're really not visiting their country. We're in transit. We're just in the in the port, even if we do get off. So,
Okay, yeah, we're on 299. The next
Yep.
one will be number
Number
300. Me, good to see you from Virginia. Julie, sunny and dry Miramar. I saw the picture from Russ. He had his reunion, class reunion or something. That might have been cool. Okay. Debbie S.
Good to see everybody.
Yeah, I wonder if that's my sister. Fort Lauderdale.
Probably.
Hi, Debbie. All right, no, we don't do that.
Seems clearer than previous. The text in your photos are clearer. Cool.
That's
Cool, good. Yeah, we're not seeing any issues internet-wise on our side, but
Wow.
even if you suddenly cut out, oh well. Okay.
A lot of buffering here. Okay, well, it's being recorded, and we're doing the best we can. Berlin. Linda
I
doesn't
don't
see
hear or
her.
see anything.
Well,
There. She
Getting
says she
glitchy.
finally got me. Got
Okay,
us.
finally got you.
Okay.
All right, Barry. Thanks. Jerry, much better on computer than TV. Well, that's good to know. Will you have the update show on the top instead of the bottom?
We'll be talking about that. Yep.
Okay, good question. Where did that go? And some of the times you posted, the email.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well,
All right.
time zones are a problem for everyone, and we
Sorry.
will try and get it together for you. Okay, Bonnie's same
Okay.
resolution on the TV.
Wow, look at all these people. Okay, but we probably...
Almost to the bottom.
Okay.
Let's get through it, and then we can. Then I won't have to figure out where we were. Give me a call.
So have we added a cruising section to the forum? That might be a good idea. I'm thinking of how to set up a separate Q&A page about cruising, a cruising Q&A page. So yeah, I am working on that.
Okay.
Forum might be a good idea.
That is maybe. We'll see. Yep. So if we buffer, just hang in there. We have no control over that, believe me, but we're doing the best we can. And probably the recording will be just fine. Okay.
Okay. What is the best way to share your travels? Most of you, I'm sure, are travelers, and how do you like to share with your friends and family? Facebook? Well, Facebook is good. I do like Facebook. It's easy, they make it so easy to just post a quick photo and text. It's immediate, and all of your friends on Facebook will see it. It also has a really easy way of putting captions and text along with it. But it's not lasting. The things you post on Facebook just scroll into oblivion. I like having my whole trip, my whole travel consolidated somewhere. Also, if some of your friends are not on Facebook, they're not going to see it, so that's a con. A blog, I love blogging, but not everybody likes to write. And that's a bit of work. So anyway, the pros is you have this cohesive story with writing and photos, and it can be preserved as a PDF. That's really good. And the cons are that it needs to be set up. You need to write. It takes a little bit of work. It's not as easy. Then there's a Google Photos album. And you might think I'm going to say it is the perfect answer. Well, it's not perfect, but it is still the best for me because it's easy. All you have to do is add photos. We all take photos, right? It just takes a couple more clicks to add the photo to an album, and once you've shared it with all your friends, they're seeing it as you go. I love sharing my travels as we go. I love that. The cons are that it only works if you keep it in Google Photos. There's no way to, when you're done with your trip, to make a PDF or some other complete backup. Now you can back up the images from your album, and you absolutely should, but the text blocks, the comments, and all that aren't going to be stored with it. So this is about using Google Photos albums to share your stories. And one of the things that you may not know, here's a little Google Photos album secret, is how you can add those text blocks. So I want to show you that. Let me go back to our album of living on a cruise ship, and I want to add a new photo. So we took a photo this morning. I'm just going to go out to my Google Photos, my main library of Google Photos, and here is a photo of us right now as we have set up this YouTube studio in our cabin. I want to add that to the album. You just click the 3-dot menu and add to album, and find the album you want to add it to, living on a cruise ship. And I will view the album. Now, that got added at the end. We're going to talk about that. So I have to scroll all the way down to the end. Doesn't take long on a computer. And here is that picture. I want to add a text block before that picture to alert people looking through the album as what this is all about. You do that, you have to get into what's called edit mode. So I click the 3 dots and edit album. And scroll down to that area. Click the TT. This has appeared.
Whoops.
The options at the top right have only appeared because I am in edit mode. TT means add a text block. And it sticks it wherever you kind of were, and I can type whatever I want. We have set up a YouTube studio in our cabin for... Okay, so I type whatever I want. You can type 2 paragraphs, 3 paragraphs if you want. And when you're done, you click the check mark on edit album. Now, you could also, if this wasn't where you wanted it, you can move it around. But it actually was where I wanted it, right there. And checkbox to edit, to finish the editing. Now, you can also do that on a phone. Let me show you. So this is my iPhone, and here is that same album. Albums and living on a cruise ship. And now here, if I want to get down to the bottom, I start scrolling and notice this little button appears. I can drag that just like that all the way down to the bottom, and I see that text block and I see the last picture. If I wanted to add another text block, or let's say I wanted to add a map, 3 dots and edit album, and the 3rd button is for a map. A map. And just came from Cologne, Panama, to Capos, Costa Rica, and check mark. And there, but see, this kind of map, I like kind of drawing my own map. There's other ways to do maps, because this just draws a line as the crow flies from Cologne to Capos. That's not the way we went, but it still shows where we are. Now, if you have an Android phone and you did not see, let me go back to the, So this talks about text blocks, maps, and sort order. If you have an Android phone and you don't see Edit Album under the three-dot menu, you may be, like I am, in a special category right now that Google is playing with the options. Take a look at the bottom of your screen and see if you see a little Edit button there. That will take you to the same place that the three dots and Edit is. And I don't know if this is going to stick or if they're just playing with it. Don't know. But if you don't have three dots edits, look for the Edit pencil. All right. You can view the album, or you can view the album activity. So let me show you what that is. Now, here is our album. But if you just came to our album and clicked on this little speech bubble, that will open up the activity panel, which always shows you the most recent activity. So you can see the most recent photo I just added and any comments. Look at that. We have a couple people who have joined the album, already gave a little like, a little heart for that picture. And and here are comments on a previous picture. So this activity, it's kind of like your own little Facebook. You can put comments, and everybody who is following your album can put comments. So you have a conversation going there. I think it's great. And this is also why I think it's good to do it while you're on your trip. You don't get any of this if you wait till you get home and then put it together. Okay. It looks like there might be a few questions. Shall we go there?
I'm sure. Okay. First of all,
hey, thank you.
We got a super chat. Hey, have a beer on Tech for Senior. We appreciate you. Okay, Tom says no problem with here and there. Refreshing might help. Never know. Why is it always so noisy? Well, we're on a ship, and there's a bunch of noise happening. The engines are on, and we'll figure it out. Don't post anything you not post on your door. All right. Thrusters.
Where did you
It's up.
Okay.
It's up there.
Somebody noticed that.
Somebody noticed that. Okay. Well, we have, that's...
We got that sign. It's a Star Trek. That's a Star Trek sign. Thrusters ahead.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Love that ring. What ring? Okay. Where am I?
Schedule posting so people don't know where you are in real time. Traveling alone, people always want to know where I am in real time. Schedule posting. Don't always want people to know where you are in. That would be an issue if you don't want people to know where you are. Then you can't post in real time the way we do.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have anything else.
Okay. Bow thrusters. Stern thrusters. Thrusters on full. It really shakes things up when they're all on at the same time, right? All right. Where are we?
Okay. Just one more comment on the viewing the album or the album activity. I want to show you on a phone. If you view the album on a phone, then you're viewing the album, just like I've been showing on the computer. If you tap on the speech bubble, then it switches. You know, on the computer, there's enough space to show the activity on the right-hand side and the album. On the phone, you're seeing either the activity or the album. But still pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, sort order. Albums are meant to tell a story. So they start at the beginning and then go later in time. So I've just picked these 7 photos and I put a big red number on them to make it clear what we're talking about. If you're in oldest first, it means the earliest picture, number 1, is on top. And it goes to the next, to the next, the next, the next. But you can change that. You can make it newest first, which means number 7 is on top through to the earliest number 1. And I want to demo this. So I am going to go to, so here are those 7 photos. This is just in the Google Photos library. So you are accustomed, if you use Google Photos, you know that the library puts the most recent photo on top. And as you go back, if you go down, you're going back in time. But if I take these 7 pictures, I'll select one, I'll select all 7 pictures, and I add them to an album, new album, and sort test, they automatically are in oldest first order. Why? Because an album is meant to tell a story, so you want to start at the beginning and go to the end. If you don't want to, what you do is click the 3 dots, edit album, then this up and down arrow is the sorting option. I can click that and choose newest first. Now it's 7654321. I'm going to go back to oldest first though, and I want to add a couple of text blocks. So here, and I'm going to say, oh, I have some text already written so you don't have to watch me type. You know, this is an introductory paragraph for the album. Therefore, I want it to be, where's paste?
I have to click in there first.
I want that text block to be up at the beginning. I just drag it up to the very top. Now I want another text block in between 5 and 6. So this text block belongs between 5 and 6. I will have to drag it into place. And there we go. So text block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another text block 6 and 7. Now what if I should change my mind and want it newest first? 3 dots, edit album, sort, and newest first. The text blocks get all messed up. So you have to manually then drag your text blocks around. Now you also can move photos anywhere you want. As long as you are in edit mode, I can move the hibiscus to be the first. I just click and hold and drag on it, and I can move it up so that it's in the first position. So you can do whatever you want, but realize if you then ever click the option to be oldest first or newest first, then you lose any customized order that you have set. And you can do this on the phone as well. Just realize if you don't have the 3-dot edit menu on your Android phone, look for the pencil at the bottom. All right. How are we doing?
We're doing
okay.
fine.
Okay.
Just a aside here. When we originally planned this time for this show, it was supposed to be at Anchor and quiet, and now we have.
Yeah, we are in an area called Capos, Costa Rica, and people had planned
to be off the ship.
Which would have been great for us doing this, but it was not safe to work the tenders to get people to shore. So we're underway instead. Okay.
All right.
So sort order. I think we covered sort order. You have oldest first, newest first, or you can drag things around to your custom order. The problem with chronological order, oldest first, is like for our album, we want to keep this album going. You know, we're on this trip for probably 7 years. We might have to. And people who have joined our album start to get irritated that when they get there, they have to see the beginning all over again. We can change it to be reverse, but then we have to move our text blocks around and all that. So actually, we've made a poll on our YouTube channel. Let me show you that. If you go to our YouTube channel, now not watching any particular video, you have to be at this opening page of our YouTube channel and you will see the menu item called posts. There's posts, and the first one is a poll. Do you want the most recent at the bottom? This is the default for all albums to tell a story, or do you want the most recent at the top? So far, of 12 votes, 92% says they want the most current at the top. I'm thinking about a compromise. I'll make a second album so that the beginning of the story is a separate album, and then from now on everything will be in the reverse chronological order. But give us your thoughts. Go to that poll and tell us what you think. All right, the last thing is about text. There is no perfect way in Google Photos to have text on with your photos, but there are 4 different possibilities. You can have descriptions. Those stay with the photo, and when you're viewing the photo full screen, you will see that description. There's comments, which we talked about, that you or anybody viewing your album can add comments. There's the text blocks, and then there's actually text on photos. If you want more information on that, there is a video. If you go to YouTube and our channel and the podcast Fun with Photos, episode number 23 is all about that. It's a 12-minute video, so we're not going to do it now, but let me just show you. Each of these photos do have a description. If I click on the photo, oh, a little slow here. The description will appear in the lower left.
A very good afternoon.
Oops. Yep, we bring you along.
We bring you along.
Good and bad.
Okay.
We're having a good
Back
time.
to it.
Oh yeah, back to it. So, descriptions. So see how this has beautiful hibiscus in our backyard on the lower left. And as I go through the album, if you have the photo full screen and you do not have the info panel up, see the info panel is where that description is entered. If it is closed, then it appears in the lower left, and you can keep going through. All right, so that's how descriptions appear. Then there's the comments, you already saw that, and the text blocks, you saw that. And the last one is if you use image, so where Florida forest is here. So those are the 4 different ways you can have text with photos. None of them are perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. Okay, so notice when I was in full screen, you did not see the text blocks. And when we're in album overview view, you don't see the captions, the description. So that's what I mean by nothing is quite perfect. All right, I think we're done.
Done?
Oh, back up your album.
Not done.
Not done.
Until it's backed up. You're not done.
You're not done until it's backed up. Open the album, click the 3-dot menu, and choose Download All. That will result in a zip file of all the images in your album. You know, very important to do that. But it doesn't get the descriptions or the comments or the text blocks. That's why I say this isn't perfect. Chatty Captain.
Yeah, he is. It's okay, though. We like him.
He didn't end with his normal. He almost always ends with, remember
To smile.
Because
It's
life
always...
life
always
is better when you
smile.
smile. We love that about him. Okay.
Okay.
So back up your album, and we are done.
Claire wants to know, how long does each captain and crew stay aboard? Well, it varies. The Captain Val has been on, I guess, 3 times. I think he's on for like 2 months, maybe 3 months.
I know it was Captain Val when we were here in December. Then shortly after we left, another captain came on board, and then before we came back, Captain Val was back. So he's the only one we've seen.
Okay. Sail on. All right. I want to remind you of our Backstage Pass. That is a Zoom meeting right after this show. So just in a few minutes, give us a couple of minutes to set that Zoom up, and you'll get a link from an email that Chris sent out, or you can go to our website, geeksontour.com, and member login. And this is for premium members only. It's a great perk for... Okay. Sign up for our newsletters. They're all free. You can go to geeksontour.com/news, or you can click on that QR code. That'll get you there. All right. Remember, YouTube, do the subscribe and the bell.
And give us a thumbs up.
And I don't see any more questions.
Okay.
Well, we have some questions for you. Did you learn something? In order to sort the photos in an album, you must be viewing the album in what mode? A, edit, B, owner, or C, alpha?
A, edit mode.
Okay, if you dragged photos into custom positions, then later specify oldest first, what's going to happen to the custom sort order? A, nothing, B, it's lost, or C, you get a choice.
B, it's lost.
It would be nice to get a choice. True or false, the only way to associate text with photos in an album is with comments.
False. You can associate text with photos in an album with description, comments, text blocks, and text right on the image.
Okay, true or false, when you're done with your trip, you can easily turn your album into a PDF document.
False. Oh, I wish you could.
Send feedback.
Send feedback. Say you want your album preserved with the text blocks and the comments and all that. That would be great.
Okay, to save a copy of all photos in an album, A, export, B, share to partner, or C, download all.
C, download all.
Make sure you do it. Okay, another reminder for the Backstage Pass. Yeah. So, Chris, what's the webpage that lists all of our YouTube shows?
geeksontour.com, and the menu item is YouTube show. The What Does This Button Do? You will see all 299 episodes listed under there.
Okay. And what's the webpage that lists all of our recent newsletters?
geeksontour.com, and the menu item is blogs and news. You'll see newsletter archives under there.
Okay. And why do people pay $58 a year to join Geeks on Tour?
Well, there are lots of member benefits. You get that private Zoom meetings, the Backstage Pass. You get written notes from these What Does This Button Do? And lots of other things. We get some people that pay us just to say thank you for all that we do for free. And we thank you.
Okay. Excellent. Do become a member at geeksontour.com/join now. And it's...
Okay, Bonnie B, we'll look for your email, yes. Thanks, everybody.
I'm Jim.
I'm Chris.
And we are Geeks on Tour.
Geeks on World Tour.
Okay. That's about it then. We'll see you next time. Keep sailing.